you do stuff, right? So that is my whole point here. And I'll also appreciate if you can open your video so that at least I'll have some face-to-face interaction. Preferable, but if you cannot do it today, it is okay, or at least from Monday onwards, if you can ensure that your video is on, that will be highly appreciated. Okay, so now let us start with the big picture, and let me share my screen also now. Let me know if you all can see my screen.
Yeah, we can see it.
Super, thank you. Thanks, Rafael. Okay, the thing is, and as I've started this recording also, I'll start with a little bit of theory, but let us continue what we were talking. So, to answer your question, Nathan, yes, there's going to be lots of job openings for people, two types of people. We have to use AI in our day-to-day life and our professional life, wherever we are. Either our role is a manager or a developer and DevOps. So fundamentally, um, everybody go. There are, I think, from now onwards, there are going to be three types of people when it comes to this AI. AI builders, AI users, and same old people who don't use AI. Okay, so now I think from like I think 2022 is what this OpenAI I mean, we all have access to these models, right? So I believe I heard some sound. Admit one cast Stan admit. Okay. Hey Stan, welcome. Hey Stan, can you hear me? Okay, you can be on mute. And unfortunately, Stan, only few minutes ago we have started, so you did not miss anything. And today is going to be mostly introductory session, which is big picture. Only from Monday onwards, we are going to do hands-on and more things. Okay.
Yeah, sounds good. Thank you.
Super, sir. Okay. So now what we were talking just a minute ago is there is going to be three types of people from now onwards, in my humble opinion. And also, Stan, this is going to be a more interactive session. So all questions are welcome. No question is silly question. And I'm also learning through you people, because like you come with a different perspective, and it is going to be helpful for me also in the long term. Now, I believe from now onwards, there's going to be, I mean, people can be categorized into three. The first is like people. Let us start from here. We like if you go back in time like 5 years, then we are people doing our job, whether it is security, QA, coding, our DevOps job, our management, or any type of job. We come from multiple backgrounds, right? So now our life was good. It is based on our hard work, and we learn, we got a degree and professional life, and we are willing to like learn, and then our life was like this. Then the AI came, where there's lots of new jobs opening. And if you know, people are getting millions of dollars of salary if you're an expert in AI. Like some people even got hundreds of millions of dollars per year salary if you know how to build AI in the past 5 years, right? And easily in like Silicon Valley, people get on an average like their starting salary is 250,000 US dollars, and average is around $500,000 in some large companies. So there is one of us, or anybody can be a part of this AI building companies. Like and here it could be hardware related, or like if you know how to build AI hardware, you are hot cake, a hot candidate to get any job. And then building software, like uh, building software, and this area, most probably are not going to go here, because you need PhD level of knowledge here. Now that is the problem. If, like, uh, when this company hire, you should have, like, in-depth expertise knowledge, and you should have done projects here. And we are not at this level of candidates, right? Maybe our kids might be, our people, like, we have Tarak here, who is a 12th grade student now he puts his mind, maybe when he finishes his degree he can master this, and then who knows, maybe he will go and work for a large AI company. To build AI you need, like, I mean, obviously, here also you need people with multiple skills. Like, I also know a project manager who joined NVIDIA as a program manager. NVIDIA is the largest AI hardware company, as you might already know. So you can become a project manager and run projects for large hardware manufacturing companies, or here, or even AI companies, like, like Anthropic, OpenAI, and all these companies are, like, AI companies. And then y- we and let us also, what, I just want to add one more thing also here. Enterprises. Is okay. So now, this large companies, like, I worked here in Calgary, I worked at CP Rail, then I moved to ASCII Energy, then I worked at Canadian Tire, then I worked for Shaw. So in all these companies, I mean, now they've started using AI. The differentiation is that there's lots of proprietary data inside these companies. Now they will not send it to this AI companies like Cloud or OpenAI, and then when these large companies, when they send their data for whatever usage, the thing is, all these AI companies, they keep the data and they use it for retraining. I've actually read and heard many cases where, let us say, for example, I'll give you an example. Like, Canadian Pacific Railways has got 100 years of data about railways, right? Like, scheduling and the accident information and weather information. There's so much information they have about the trains. Like, actually, CP Rail is like more than 120-year-old company. Like, even when before faxes was there, telegraphs was there, they send the message and they have all the data. So now, if they send all the data to this company, and this company will take this data, and then let us say some other company in some other corner of the world, which is, or even a competitor for CP Rail, let us say in US, or it could be in Russia or anywhere. Now they learn all those things, and then there is no edge for CP Rail, or even there is like another competing company for CP Rail called CN. Now CN will get all the information. So an engineer asking a question after a CP Rail engineer asked, like after a few weeks, they'll get all those knowledge and all the intelligence. And similarly, let us say Canadian Tire. Canadian Tire, for people who might not know Canadian Tire, this is the largest retailer in Canada. This is like the Walmart of Canada. Now, if a Canadian Tire engineer, like, is writing an application, he has got a workflow and all those complex proprietary information they have learned over like decades, and they have codified everything. Now, a Walmart engineer sitting in the US, they'll get, and Walmart is in Canada also. So they'll get all the intelligence and they'll use it to compete and effectively defeat Canadian Tire. So this is the risk all the large companies are going to have. That is one reason, and the other reason is the sovereignty. In the sense, companies, even for legal reasons, they're not supposed to send their data outside their borders. So these are the two reasons why from now onwards, companies will build their own AI models, which is going to be proprietary to them and which will be used exclusively by them, right? So that they will have the competitive advantage, right? So all the and I know, like, even like many years ago, I was speaking with these senior people from these companies. I don't want to name them. Even like 3 4 years ago, they have tens of millions of dollars of money budgeted to bring all these companies to AI. So there's going to be lots of money in this area. Like, you see, like, these are all $1 trillion companies, lots of money coming here, and lots of investment happening here, because this company wants to use AI for their advantage, right? So all these companies are started using, like, building local models, right? So for that, obviously, they need to buy hardware, right? And put it either in their data center or in their cloud, whatever. And then they have to build their own, like, fine tune their own LLMs with their proprietary data, so that they can exclusively use only inside. So this is the second set of people who is going to use this AI for their benefit. And the companies who are not going to use this AI for their benefit, either for their employees or to run this company, they are going to be in serious trouble over time, because they cannot compete as fast as these people can do. And the third type of users I'm seeing is going to be the AI users, which is like everybody in the world, I believe. And even this AI can be used for two purposes. One is in their personal life and in their professional life, right? And more we use, let us put these two things here closer, because for these large companies, these two things are connected, right? If you're working for a company, whether it is CP Rail, ASCII Energy, Canadian Tire, or Shaw, or any of these companies, right? In our professional life, they're going to ask us, hey, build this, take this model, take our data, and build all this thing for our company, inside our company, so that this information is not shared outside. And to do this, the tools we have to use are actually free and open source LLMs. Plus, I just want to put some jargons here. We will go to that later. MCPs and RAG plus tools calling or tools usage. So now the companies which build all these things, what they need to do is these are the things these companies has to do. And if the corporates has to do this, we have to ensure all these things are implemented here inside the company, right? So that all the people inside can, like if you're using, let us say, a geological company which has got like terabytes and terabytes of data, how all this geology, and then you can train an AI model by labeling or whatever the steps it is, and then you can use inside your company so that it will answer or get the insights based on our internal data, right? So, and let me put this thing. Let me put it this way. One second. Mm. Oh yeah. Let me stop here for a few minutes. Does anybody has got any questions for now? This has to be interactive, and then my intention is honestly to answer your questions, and I'm also learning together. So, anybody has got any question till now?
I put a question in the chat when I was
Super.
muted, but
Let me read it. Thank
it
you.
was just out of curiosity what to know
Yeah.
what LMMs are your preference.
Oh, okay, okay. See now, sure. See, there is a lot. Okay, now this is a question which is in this area. So what we're asking is, should we use LM Studio? There is lots of free and open source tools available to run LLMs inside our company. One of them is LM Studio, and then we have Llama and lots of other tools. We will go into those tools soon. Okay, I mean, yeah, we will continue on that. I don't want to answer that question now. Maybe I'll have a detailed answer about comparing LM Studio or what are the other tools available, right? And maybe we will also have a hands-on session how to set up these tools, right? So now these LLMs, if you want to run inside our company, there are multiple tools available for us, and maybe now is the time for me to show you. No, maybe in another few minutes I'll go there. Okay, is there any other questions? I'll come to this question later. Anybody's got any other questions for now?
Yeah, can I ask a question?
Yes, Sam. Yeah.
I'm sorry, maybe I'm a little behind, but my understanding is that basically the software part of the AI is two things. It's data and model. Um, I understand models, but what exactly is the data? Like what's the format of the data? I'm assuming it's
LLM
just
of the
database.
LLM.
Yeah.
Good question. Thank you for asking this question. And the answer, I mean, this question I had many years ago, and Sanjay explained to me about this thing. Now, okay, this is actually a fundamental question we all should know. How is this LLMs built? And now, in 2026, see, let's even go from scratch. There are two types of models. One is called world models, which will actually mimic the world, okay, which is nobody has done it right yet. It is not there yet because these models they don't have any understanding of what is this world. Zero understanding. They are just next word predictors. All the LLMs are okay. Now let us spend some time because this is very very important. What is this LLMs? And we will come to the question, Stan, about like what data does this LLM contains. Okay. Now there are two types of LLMs fundamentally. Um, I mean, like free. I mean, proprietary and free and open source. Now, actually, these LLMs are actually a very large file. That is one way of looking into it. But when you download any of these free and open source LLMs, you'll just download a single file. An LLM is a zipped file, and what all does it? And they are large, like 100 billion parameters contains 100 GB of file approximately. It's not like exact, and a trillion parameter will be a terabyte. Okay, finally the output of all these learnings and doing this is this LLM file, which actually only got numbers, nothing else. And LLM is a large file, like as a system administrator, I'm telling you from this point of view that LLM is a very large file which is in tens of GB, hundreds of GBs, and a terabyte, which you load on a GPU, and then like a website or whatever, then somebody sends a request and it sends a response. That is all it is. And how did they build this thing? That is a hugely complex and expensive process. There is this is what I heard. There is a free and open source project called Common Curl, okay, where their job is to download um, uh, the a curated part of internet so that they can take all the knowledge and then do this thing called training and then compress it and then put it into this file, right? Common curl, right, is a curated internet files. Like internet is huge in the sense like exabytes and petabyte. So what people do is, I mean, there is I heard this is free and open source software. So this is like petabytes of data. They keep it, and then what they do is they take this data and it is I think released every month, and then they do this process called training. They take the whole of the internet and do this training and LLM, which is actually, let us say, a 100 GB file with just numbers. You cannot believe. This is the whole brain of a large language model. Okay. So now the whole idea of world model died. Okay. Nobody's using world models. And this is currently what the whole world is using. And they take the whole of curated a partial list of internet files, and then they take a large GPU, and training means take a farm of GPUs, like tens of thousands, costing you tens of millions of dollars, and put 50 PhD level people, and then out comes an LLM file. Okay, and this LLM contains the whole knowledge of the internet. Okay, and I'll give you. I mean, obviously, all of you have used web, LLM. In the sense like AI in your day-to-day life. One second, I'm just trying to drag another file from here. I thought of showing my other window where I'm having this. Give me a minute. Okay. Yeah. Quickly, I'm deviating a little bit. Okay. If you see this machine, this browser here, I am running using one of the dozen tools called Open Web UI to serve Quen, which is a free and open source Chinese model. And I can ask any question like, what is the population of Calgary? Okay. This actually, ladies and gentlemen, is running locally in my computer here, which I'm going to share you in few minutes. Okay, and then in the thinking model, you can also see more details about like what it is thinking, and like it is telling like what is this question and all, and then at the end it is going to answer us. See, the Calgary's population 2023 and 2024 is 1.5 million to 1.6. The key you have to see is that 2023 and 2024. So the data we have is outdated. This is not current data. Whenever they created this LLM, at that time, whatever data was there, it was added. And like, which is part of the LLM. Now, anything new you cannot add, and that is the only reason, because this LLM is frozen in time. Because on whichever date it was created, and it is fixed, you cannot change it at all. There are two ways to change it fundamentally. Either you have to do this thing called retraining. Okay, take all the data, or the right word they use is fine tuning with new data. Okay, so because this is frozen in time. Every month, if you want to, like, have current information, then you have to fine tune it with the new data, or you can do any of these things. I mean, that is the whole point of having this one. Or the second choice is you use MCP and RAG tools and all these things so that it is current. Okay. So to answer your question, Stan, a large language model, which is the heart and brain of the whole AI revolution, is just a large file, which is a zipped file, compressed file, with it is compressed in a complex and a smart way so that it is usable of all the internet knowledge, plus actually this is public information, right? Plus like proprietary knowledge also you can have. You can take it while training, you add it. Like for example, if I'm CP Rail, I can take all this common call information, put my proprietary information, and then build my own LLM, which is going to run inside my company. But if it is OpenAI or Claude or Gemini or all those things, then they're going to have lots of secret sauce into this. For example, Google, they have copies of internet from the past like 30 years. Now they're going to add all those things so that their LLM is more knowledgeable and more smarter, right? So now this is the secret sauce every company is going to have if at all you want to build it. Okay. So um, yeah, Stan, you want anything else you want to add here?
No. Thank you very much for explaining this.
Right? Yeah. So it's not like rocket science. I mean, from building an LLM is like rocket science, but the thing is, understanding it is very easy. Look, we are not going to be the car manufacturers or car designers. At maximum, we are going to be car drivers, right? So for us, at least the dashboard, and then where is this gear in this car, and where is the steering wheel? If you have that information, that is enough. And our understanding of this LLM is, I think this is sufficient. LLM is a large file which is frozen in time, right? And you need PhD level of people to fine tune it, because already they've reinvented this wheel, and so already um, the expertise of, like, tens of thousands of AI people in the world have already gone into this free and open source LLMs, like DeepSeek or Quen or I think GLM or something came last week. Kimi, all these open source from China, and Mistral from France, and Gemma and Llama from US. There's like so many free and open source, and even these would have cost tens of millions of dollars to build, and hiring the best talent in the world, which would have cost another $10 million. And all these things are like free for us, and so we need not even reinvent this wheel. At maximum, if we consume this thing, I think that is enough. Okay, so that is about this LLM, the story of how LLM came to be. And then even, like, if you're an AI using enterprise, then our job is to take this free and open source LLMs and deploy it inside our company so that we can benefit. Right? Okay, now does anybody has got any other questions or anything you want to add and share? Rafael, Nathan, Tarek, Himabindu?
I have a question. Thank you
Please.
very much. It was very, interesting to learn more about this. Now,
Yeah.
the question is, when people go for the proprietary thing using the open sources.
Wait a second. Oh, when you say take open source and put it inside the company.
Inside the company to make
Okay,
it to
it's not.
proprietary for them.
Yes.
So when they do that,
Yeah.
like suppose I'm just asking like a layman,
Yeah.
what if some of the AI agents or something they fine tune for their own company resources,
Yeah.
and then in the meantime the LLM models have been updated with
Very
additional
good
things.
question. Correct, sir. Very good question. Uh, the answer is maybe I already hinted into this thing. fine tune with new data. Okay, let us say I'll give you GLM. These are okay. I'll give you with precise examples. Okay, now these are all the top three. Um, right, I have multiple screens here, so let me give you the actual list. Okay, the thing is, now, whether CP Rail or Canadian Tire or Sport Check or Shaw or Husky Energy, these companies don't have $10 million and the best talent in the world to build their own AI models, right? So what they can do is they should take any of these free and open source models. Okay, and interestingly, China has got the best open source models, and their innovation is like breakneck speed. Like every month, they're competing with each other and then bringing phenomenal improvements and optimizations, and it is cheaper. So now let us assume I'm working for any of these companies, and let us say last month I took this deep like Quen or say DeepSeek 2 was released like last year, and then DeepSeek 3.2 was released, let us say this week. Okay, then me working for any of this corporate, right? It is a plug and play. See now, what did I do? Okay, let us draw this a little bit differently. So now, as I am working for one of these large corporates, it can be any company. Now I take free and open source LLM, okay, whichever. It can be any of these things. And then I don't want to call it as a proprietary because I'm using inside my company. I'm not selling to anybody, right? Okay, so now this is frozen in time. And then what I do is take this model and then plus add proprietary data and do this thing called fine tuning. See, this fine tuning is also expensive, but it will only cost you few $1,000 and few days. It's not rocket science. You and I can learn fine tuning in few weeks, and we can implement this in any company in the world. Okay, so I take this thing and I fine tune it, and then let us call it as okay. Now let me call it as CT Railer. I'm just thinking of some name, right? Or CT Expert. Okay. Or I'm going to say Geo Master. Okay. So some the corporate model I have created. Okay. Now let us assume I started with DeepSeek version 3. Right? Or let's even say version 2 was released in 2025. Okay. Now, let us say today this DeepSeek 3.2 was released. Let us say in 2026. Now, what I need to do is take this model. Okay. Now, this is how it was. Now, what I will do is take this model and then even inside the company, I'm sure there will be lots of information might have this thing, right? Add new all the new proprietary data inside my company and then fine tune it and then call it as like CP Railer 1.2 or Canadian Tire Expert 1.2 or whatever. If I'm working for an oil and gas company which has got lots of geological data, I will call it as 1.2. So yes, I don't have money to but these large companies like DeepSeek and Google's Gemma or Mistral or Llama, all these companies, they will spend $10 million every month and put best scientists in the world, like PhD level people who knows this thing, like maybe 50 of them, 100 of them, and every month they'll spending tens of millions of dollars to fine tune and keep on improving and keep on releasing it. Okay, that is the model per se. Like even for DeepSeek, if you see, I'm sure they're spending multi-million dollar and putting people whose salary will be multi-million dollars and releasing DeepSeek, like 3.1, 3.2 and all. But as we cannot do it from scratch, we take their newer models and fine tune, take the newer model every month and fine tune it with our newer data if it is there, otherwise also okay, and build our own internal models. This is what we need to do. If our approach is to do it inside our premises, inside our network, inside our company, whichever we are working. So that it is like updating our software, whether it is Windows or Linux or any software. Every quarterly we do upgrade, right? Patching of the operating system or the application. So similarly, these models are also releasing like lots of enhancement and improvements every quarter. So we should also be ready to keep on improving it every quarter or every month or every 6 months, depending on how much time and money and energy you have.
Okay.
That-
And
yeah,
thank you. This, shoots to me to another question, which
please, please.
means
Hmm.
you don't know, you have multiple options now to go with
Yeah.
Kimi or,
Oh,
Quen or
yes.
DeepSeek, so many
Yeah.
of them. And
Correct.
each one may have a different developmental stage, and they
Correct.
might have been advanced in particular area. Not
Correct.
sure whether that is applicable to us or not. If
Yeah.
you keep trying all these things, again,
Correct.
looks like we are shooting in the dark.
No,
Like we'll
no.
be spending a lot of
Nathan,
efforts.
no. You are looking at the negative part. I'll
Okay,
tell you the positive part. We will have a job.
That's fine. But what I'm saying is, all
Uh,
people are investing individually.
no, no, no,
At
no.
the
Wait, wait,
end,
wait, wait, wait. That problem is also solved. Okay, do you see my screen?
yeah.
Because Nathan, this is not only problem for you and me. This is a problem for hundreds of millions of people across the globe who are using this, and then or at least millions of people are going to build it. Okay,
Right.
there is this thing called AI community build. I mean, Hugging Face. Okay, in this
Hmm.
Hugging Face, you cannot believe all this R&D people across the globe have done it, and they are sharing it here. So you need not even start from scratch. Or even if you want to have that knowledge, hey, tell me this week what is the best thing and what are all the changed, and then you can retrain with your data. For example, this number should shock you. There are 2.5 million models volunteers like you and me have uploaded here. They have built inside their company by fine tuning. Like for example, I saw a model whose only job is if you show the photo of any plant, it like potato plant or any plant in the world, it will tell you what disease it have or potential it can have, and what is the solution you have to give, like what um, nitrogen or urea, whatever you want to give, it will tell you, right? So people have built 2.5 million. Obviously, some of them are taking from large language model. Like for example, this is Minimax. You can see Quen. You can see DeepSeek. You can see and RC like Step Fun AI, Lightrix, OpenAI is open source, Moonshot AI, right? So people across the globe have built 2.5 million large language models. Like some of them are small, large, fine-tuned, and some of them good for text generation, image to text, and image to image, text to speech, text to video, like this, like in a high level, right? and then you can go with parameters like a tiny model, like 1 billion parameter, 6 billion parameter, to a trillion parameter. And then what sort of libraries and what sort of LM Studio. So now this is a question Rafael will be happy. These are all the ways how you can run your own large language models inside your own company. LM Studio is one, Llama CPP. Actually, I'm using Llama CPP in my laptop here because that is very optimized. But then you can use any of these applications to run these things. Okay, and these are all inference providers, right? So all this knowledge people have tested and shared, and everything is here. And you can go and then go to this, click on these models, and then search for what sort of models you want here, right? And then you can base from there. You not start from scratch, right? And people take, like for example, looks like somebody has taken this Quen and they made it very optimized and specialized only to run agents. So somebody has already solved the problem. So we are not starting from scratch. If we spend 1 hour on this website, we will get all these things. And then fortunately, all of these things are free and open source. I mean, very rarely proprietary comes here, because proprietary don't even come here. The whole idea of this Hugging Face is community, like sharing, open source. Like NVIDIA, like they have released 381 billion model. You need to have around 380 GB of RAM to run this. Forget about the hard disk, right? Like this is like free and open source. You can run this, right? Now this is the time, like best time to have, to do AI. And this community is phenomenal. Like people across the globe have taken it and all they built it, and then how they've built it, all the source code and the documentation is here. So we need not learn everything. Already, even the 90 percentage of the work is already done by these people. Okay, and see, now it is 9 o'clock here in Calgary. Anybody want to feel free to log off and come back on Monday. Today was like just setting the stage and getting introduced. From Monday, we are going to I'm going to have a disciplined order, and then we are going to actually do stuff. Today is free flow, but even next week you are always feel free to ask questions, right? So that is always there, and we'll go from there. So if anybody want to log off now, feel free to log off, and I'm going to stay here for another 1 hour. If anybody's staying, and if you got some questions, I'm going to stay for some more time. But yeah, feel free to log off if you want. And yeah, thanks, Rafael, for joining here and interacting with us.
Jay, are you going to send a meeting invite?
I'm going to send it, soon.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
I'm going to send it and you can add it. Yeah, I've not added. And I hope I have your email address, and Nathan and Tariq and Hima, please send your email in this chat or message me in LinkedIn, and I'll be happy.
Sure.
Okay. So Hima, how much more time you want to stay, or do you have any questions, or you want to go now?
No, you will continue to run through this, or
another half an hour, because I just answering one of the questions of Nathan. So let us say let's continue for another 30 minutes if you're all interested. And even in the middle, anybody want to log off, feel free to log off. Okay. So now I'm answering Nathan's question. Hey, should we reinvent all these wheels? No, the community which is in Hugging Face, this is all the problem they have solved. I don't think there is a new problem you can even think of, Nathan. Like if you come to this website, like people have solved, like there is like millions of like large fine-tuned large language models for any purpose, right? Like if you spend some time, like OCR, like optical character recognition, like you take any PDF file or any text file in any other format, like I believe there's hundreds of optimized OCR software which you can find out here. Like any text you have, and then it is so much fine-tuned, it is like as good as a human, this OCR. Any photos you give, any text you give, any old document, you take a photo and share, this optical character recognizer is like, they're awesome. They can solve anything, right? protect birds. I don't even know what is this guy. Somebody has taken some large language model and created a model to protect birds. Just for fun, let us spend few minutes just browsing these through things so that we can learn, right? So what has this guy done? I mean, this intention and the name is good. Protecting bird strike risk assessment. Oh, you know what I think? If you're flying any aeroplane or a drone, maybe its intention is to protect those birds so that these drones don't go and or even it could be an airplane go and hit with this thing, right? So if you see like there are so many funny, interesting, and useful and very very specialized large language models you will see, and all these things are free and open source, right? Like this is like visualizing data set and some video factory. So this will convert text to video, image to video, and extend your videos. For example, like you give any text, like make a video of me, uh, like uh, let us say lotus flower blooming, or sunflower, like plant growing up. Maybe if you put a text, maybe it will give you this, right? And yeah, there are millions of image gen. Actually, this is a very famous one from Google. It can generate any image, right? So like this 3D modeling, speech synthesis. Let us see, there's a unique case. You want to synthesize some language from some rare country, like there is an Arabic speech synthesizing. Let us say we have a unique mother tongue which is like not English and which is only spoken in some places, and then let us say you want to build an app. Let us say you want to build a matrimony for Konkani speaking people. Konkani is one of the language used in South India. Um, and now you want to have a voice which will understand this Konkani language, and then it will do something, help something, or search for something. So that already maybe just randomly let me search. Okay, no, Konkani is not there. Tamil, Canada. Yeah, I mean, it's not here, but I'm sure this speech synthesis, they can understand hundreds of languages already. And then let's assume you want to build an app which and in India, there are thousands of languages, right? And let us say you want to extend, and not everybody cares about, sorry, let's say people have not added a speech synthesizer for Konkani language or some other language, right? Then you can take these things and take all the voices of Konkani speakers and put it and train your own model and make it like, for one's own mother tongue, if it is not here already, right? That is speech synthesis, language translation, text generation, video generation, 3D modeling, music generation. Have any of you already started using music generation website, like websites? Like to tell you a success story, I 6 months ago, just to test, like in 10 minutes, I could create an awesome song which ran for like 3 minutes with my own text. Like I came here, I asked the AI to write a poetry, and then I went to another website. Hey, this is the text. Make audio out of it. And music has to be like this, and I gave this prompt, and like within like 10 minutes I had a beautiful song, quality comparable to the best music creators in the world. It is there, and my wife was like shocked. Actually, this came out of an argument with my wife, and so to prove the point that otherwise I created this song and gave to her, and I shared it with many of my friends. Like my wife was shocked about this point of view. So even if I want to convince my wife on something, I can write a poetry and put music onto it, give it to her, like explaining in a song, right? So we can do many things. So yes, let us go back to our main point here. So there's lots of AIs here, and then what types of models do you use, and you yourself can rebuild it by fine tuning it and downloading it to your company or your computer and do it. Okay, did I answer that question, Nathan? Like, you are not starting from scratch. You have the help of a community of people across the globe, which is pumping out free and open source large language models, which is already fine tuned to solve some of their problem, and they're sharing. So even you, like, let us assume your hobby is to find out, like, you're a farmer and your hobby is to see what disease this plant has got and how to do this thing. You can take the photos of hundreds of those leaves and then train it and then fine tune it and then put it into the Hugging Face so that somebody else can use it, right? So uh, this AI community with millions of people have already solved lots of people. Even taking from here and building it inside our company is sufficient.
Interesting.
Right? Yeah, this is the power of the open source community. Like, there are 500,000 data sets, and you cannot believe these data sets. Like, these data sets has got like audios of people across the globe, videos of people across the globe, and pictures, and then their value systems and their emotions and the weather data and the temperature. All those data sets people have kept for research purposes, and then you can just free and open source and download it, like government documents, which is like public. All those data, like, let us say you want to fine tune it, and then you don't have, like, audio of Konkani language. I'm confident, like, one of these guys, whether it is a research institute in India or some other company or language institutes or governmental department, private department, they would have uploaded this all those data sets. So we need not even find the data set. Data set is also, we can download large language model also free, you can download and take this data set and then add your own data and then fine tune it and build your own model. Right?
Okay.
Yeah. So
But then, as you said, the IT people can keep their job by some means, like even updating the models then and there.
we will
Need
have a job.
somebody.
If you okay, see, the thing is, people like Himobindu, sorry to put a spotlight on you, who are like managerial people. They might not know all these things. They might think this is usually complex. They'll hire us, right? So this is a job, obviously, and you need people. Hey, Hima, I'm seeing your raised your hand. You have a question?
Yeah. So the
Please go
use
ahead.
case that you said,
Yeah.
the poem or the
Yeah.
song, whatever you wrote for your wife.
Correct.
The same way, I have one more use case.
Yeah.
Um, See, I have recently started something to learn
Mhm.
Tamil songs, Tamil spiritual songs.
Oh,
So
I
for
see.
that, yeah.
Okay.
So for that, I would like to evaluate uh,
Ah.
the Shruti or the audio which my teacher has shared, what I am practicing. I
Yeah.
just have to evaluate whether I'm on the right track or not. So for that, will I
Yeah.
be able to create something on my own, which I could try to do that? This is
100%. See, the thing is, there is two benefits out of this. See, one is your personal passion. You're happy that, hey, look, I can do myself and I'm learning and all those things. And
yeah,
the other awesome thing, Hima, which has helped me, is that if you build this for your personal reason, like using open source and then in the cloud by spending like few dollars to actually compute, that skill is going to help you in your professional life to build your own large language models and fine tune them with your own company data, and then
exactly,
make your
exactly.
company better.
So that is what I do have some of the
Super.
use cases for the professional front as well. But
Yeah, yeah,
before
yeah.
taking a step over there, I want to do some of the
Correct.
toy projects, and these are the things that I would like to
Exactly.
explore.
Exactly. And that is why now I'll deviate a little bit. I've done a little bit of investment because my son also, like, is doing all this AI stuff, right? Let me see if I can. Okay, I'll just show it here. Pull this guy. Okay. You see this tiny box,
Uh, yeah,
right? Now this
yeah.
costs $5,500 today,
Hmm.
Canadian dollars, which
Okay,
last my son, like, and I bought this one, and it is running here. Now this is a large. This is a this has got 128 GB of RAM,
okay,
and it can run any of these free and open source large language models, multiple
Okay.
of them at the same time.
Okay.
So obviously, my son is passionate, and I decided to invest money on this thing. So I'm running this. But what you can do is, if you can go to Google Cloud or any of those clouds and go to Vertex AI and start building these things. That I'll go
Okay.
soon. Okay. So now,
Okay.
this is our starting point. That let still see my screen, right? Here.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yes.
yeah.
So we um you need not spend $5,500 to have your own this thing. Oh, maybe next week I'll give you access to this machine for few hours a day or few hours a week, so that you can build on your own. Option one, or you can go to Vertex AI in Google Cloud, put your credit card, and then maybe for $10, $20 also you can build. I mean, it's not like hugely expensive. Even small models,
Mm.
$1 or $2 also you can build, because our
Okay.
aim is to, like, learning, right? Not that we want to take a large model and
Yeah.
put terabytes of data and all those. I mean, that a company is going to do, not our problem. With
Yeah.
companies funding, we will do. For us, $5, $10, we will be happy to spend and keep learning, right? Okay. So,
Yes.
yes, even if you are a very within, yeah, you know what? Let me quickly search uh, for Carnatic music. Music Gen Melody Carnatic. Music Gen Small LoRa Carnatic. Right? See, I don't even know these technical terms of whatever these things are. Let's quickly search what models are there. There is Music Gen Melody Carnatic.
Okay.
Oh, maybe if you ask a question, hey, uh, like, play this, uh, like, this raga or this tala, maybe this will play that for you. So somebody has already done
Mm.
some work for you. Oh, wow, Facebook has got Music Gen Melody. See, Facebook is a large company. And if they have some large language model which is specialized for music generation, your problem is solved. Okay. By introducing. So the thing is, we should not, like, reinvent the wheel. First, spend an
Mm.
hour to find out, like, do I have already, somebody has already solved it? Is it free and open source? The reason
Okay.
why we need to
Okay.
have preference free and open source is so that we can improve it. If they don't give the source, then we
Mm.
can only consume it. We cannot improve it, right? So that is why
Okay.
I
Okay.
always go for this thing. And looks like 147 people already taken this and fine tuned it. So if you see,
Okay.
like, how they fine tuned it, what is the data set, your life is easier, right?
Mm.
I don't, yeah. So these people, look, each one of them have taken that large Facebook's Music Gen Melody, and then look, like this guy, Birger Moal, have created a model, but it is a little bit old. You see 2024, and this is 2024. So all these people have taken those this large language model, and then they fine tuned it. Like, looks like this
Okay.
guy has created punk music, right? Obviously, there's lots of music types available, right? And I'm sure you'll also find like, Indian traditional
Something.
music,
Okay.
whatever you want, right? So some la, some clap, and all these things, and you can download this within a minute to your computer inside your company and run it, right? Yeah. So we have to spend. Yeah. So this is like understanding what is in the landscape, right? So
Okay.
you
Okay.
have to spend lots of time in the initial days. Okay, how many models
Mm.
are there? Like, can I search this? Can I do this? So you should have a big picture of all these free and open source model already built by
Mm.
millions of volunteers across the globe, and you have
Okay.
to piggyback
Mm.
on them rather than starting from scratch, right?
Yes.
And I,
Got it.
yes, and then even first you should go to Facebook's Music Gen Melody, and you have to spend some time to understand, like, what types of music they have, and hey, this is a small only. You can run in a desktop computer also, like 300 M or 1.5 billion parameters. I mean, comparatively, these are small. Okay, these are not like huge. Okay, and let's spend a minute try to understand like what does it have, limitations and biases. The model is trained on 20,000 hours of data created by music professionals and covered by legal agreements and right holders. See, this is so beautiful. The thing is, Facebook have already paid them the royalty
Okay.
and they have taken it. So nobody is going to sue us even if you use it. Let us assume you start a music company on your own, and then people come and create music in your website using this LLM, and then those music, whatever they create, is already royalties taken care. Nobody is going to sue you.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, that also people have taken care, right?
Got it.
This model is not able to generate realistic vocals. Oh, this model has been trained with English description. Will not perform as well in other languages. Like if you ask in like say Russian language or a Tamil language, it is not as awesome as English. So let us assume your website, you want people who don't know English, only let us say some South Indian language. They want to ask, hey, give me this raga, this thing, or I am singing. Just confirm it is okay. If they're speaking in let us say Tamil language or Kannada or Telugu, then this is not going to be effective. This is good, but your job is to take the language which they are going to ask the question. In that, you should train it better so that people of whichever language you want, those users are going to get better response. Correct? No?
Okay.
Yeah. So this is where we still have a job. If Facebook were to have this free and open source model for every language, for every music style in the world, then we don't have a job in this line, right? So
Yeah.
at least next 5, 10, 15 years, by doing one of these things, we will still have job is the point. Maybe as they're telling, uh, like, in 15, 20 years, the artificial general intelligence will come. At that time, we'll not have a job. But until then, at least we can do something. See, if this artificial general intelligence comes, it is going to do whatever we are talking now because it knows, right? Okay. Hey, wait a second. What is this? Somebody, Annapurna Padma Prema Ji, have created this music. So, I mean, I don't know. They're running this in Hugging Face. See, this app uses Meta's audio craft music in model to generate audio based on your description. Okay, enter description. Okay. Hey, even I'm excited, Hima. Tell me some questions.
Okay.
Let's play some raga or tala or whatever. Give me some question.
See, what you can say is, can you give me something in Shankarabharana Rag? Some songs in
Okay, wait.
Shankarabharanas.
Shankarabharana. The music of Shankarabharana. Wait, let us start very simply like this. And then let us say, sing
Okay.
faster, sing slower, sing like Rajinikanth is singing this, Rajinikanth is playing. Something, some creative things. I think we should ask. Okay. I don't know. But the thing is, somebody has thought through and they're hosting this website for free, right? Yeah, so I believe this people have already solved lots of problem. If we are people who are learning to build AI either for personal hobby or for professional reason, we have to spend lots of time in this website in the initial days, and then practice them and learn from them, so that when our employer or asks, hey, how much time does it build to you? Are you ready? Or can you build it for me? Then we will know, okay, I saw a model which did this thing exactly. And then you can come back here and then build it for your employer or for your whatever personal purpose, or even Tariq, if you want to summarize anything, the way which is personalized for you, obviously Claude and OpenAI can do it. But then if you want to go an extra mile, you want 2D or 3D animation for every chapter, every topic, whether it's physics, chemistry, biology, or anything, you can build it yourself, and then you can release it here in Hugging Face community, which is going to help any student in the world. for example, right? If you want to do, and then with the skill after, like when you're in college, like, you can do more in AI, and it will help you to get a job later, right? Because this is a skill which I think which is in hard demand for the next 5, 10, 15 years,
Yeah.
right? So there is so much, and you need not invent any of these things. Even if you piggyback on any of these things, you are going to be successful. And then when you have got some mastery, and then if any of this a building company hires you, then you are already ready. You know how to build, how to use, how to fine tune, all how to customize, all those things, right? So you should also use your AI for personal life, for learning and improvements, right? For like to improve any of these things, right? Your life, you should learn. I mean, all of us has to learn. And when see, we are not going to build LLM for everything personally, either for our employer or this thing. Sometimes for personal reasons, we have to go to Claude or OpenAI, ask some question, right? So that is always going to be there, and the whole world is going to do it. But then that, I mean, that skill also, how to be a better prompt engineer, that skill is also needed, by the way. But then what we are discussing is one step ahead of that, like how do we build our own models, and either for personal hobby reasons or for professional reasons, or even if there is no professional reason, can I build, this is my hobby, I want to build my own LLM, so that I know how to build, how to take an LLM, how to select an LLM, how to get the right data set and then fine tune it, and then integrate it with MCP and RAGs and tools calling, all these things. If I want to do, we can start with a hobby project, right? With, like, for free, there's lots of places where you can build it for free, or $5-10, or like, I'll be happy to share my mission to you all later. Okay, so now we are, maybe this session we can end in another 4 minutes if you are all okay with that. But obviously, I will be happy to hang out with you for another half an hour also if you have questions. Okay, so Hima, have I answered your question?
Yeah, yes,
At
Jay.
least I've
I'll,
directed you, like which direction to go,
yes,
right?
yeah,
Okay, and then yeah, spend some time, find it here, and then over time, let us build a music, whatever fine-tuned LLM in the next few weeks. For me, also, it's going to be a learning experience, right?
sure.
Okay,
Thank you.
pleasure. And yeah, any questions, Hima? Are we good for today?
We are good for today, Jay.
Super.
Thank you so much for taking this time.
Pleasure always. I'm also learning with you all, right? So, and Stan, Nathan, Tarek, any questions for today?
No, thank you very much for doing this.
Pleasure, sir. I'm happy that only when somebody is like teaching and sharing, like I will learn more than you guys. You are also learning, but I will learn more than you, so I'm also benefiting. Okay, Nathan and Tarek, questions?
I think it's more just like the timetable. When it says
Yeah,
evening, like weekday
yeah,
evenings,
6
that,
to 8 p.m. Mountain Time, or 6 to 7 at least.
oh, okay. All right, thank you.
Is the time okay with you, Tarek? 6
Yeah, it
p.m.
is.
Fantastic.
That
Yeah.
is on
So,
every Monday,
no, every day, Monday to
every day.
Friday.
What are the requirements that we need to have, Jay, for this, for the sessions?
Nothing. An open mind and a learning mind. Like, what else do you think?
Laptop or laptop along with some of the any
Actually,
other.
that is the problem. The thing is, this LLM needs a small GPU to run.
Okay.
Uh, do you have a GPU in your laptop or computer or desktop or whatever?
Uh, no,
I
I,
know
I
that is the problem. But that is why I'm going to share this thing maybe end of next week, so that you can connect to it and then do whatever you want to do.
Mhm.
Okay, now, hey Tarek, you are a young man. Do you have a GPU in your laptop for gaming purposes?
I do not
I
know.
am very happy. because I see lots of kids have GPUs in their laptop to play video games. So if you don't have that, it means that you are a good guy. You are not wasting your life on playing video games, right? Because here in Calgary, I've seen like so many young kids having powerful GPU, but to play video games, not for large language models, just to play video games. I am always thinking, you guys have got these powerful GPUs which can serve LLM and answer your questions in maths, physics, chemistry, biology, anything. You can do it yourself, and then you're using it for video gaming. Okay, so no problem. I will ensure I'll give you some access to the GPUs so that you can practice. Okay.
So good, interesting section. Thank you for having that. And the total image is changed for me now.
I
So
see.
far, I was using AI
Yeah.
for getting things done faster and
As a
quick
user.
information
Correct.
as an user.
Yeah.
But now, after seeing all these things,
Yeah.
I feel AI requires more time to learn to better use that.
Correct.
Otherwise,
Yeah.
we don't know what is available and how can we make use of that, for
Yes.
which we have to spend a lot of time to learn that.
We have to spend time. This like
That-
most of the users, they're driving their car in the first gear only.
right.
We should put to fifth gear and then use it most effectively and then efficiently, both personal life, also in professional life.
That's right.
As a user, even there's so many things like prompt engineering is itself is a big deal. And also, Nathan, even as a user, as I told you earlier, you can run your own agents, like as an operations guy and as a developer. And Stan is a security expert. Stan, my recommendation to you is by end of this month, you should have 100 agents running 24/7 inside your company, doing what you're doing, like finding security vulnerabilities and hacking your system from inside and doing all those things. And Stan, and I'll tell you one more thing. Of all of us, Stan is the person, because he's in security, is going to have job guarantee for a long time, because of this AI is coming, everybody's becoming a developer now, right? So tons and tons of code is getting added to the companies, and these are all what is called slop application. Like they are insecure. People have not looked at the code. It is very, very old code with lots of security vulnerabilities. So lots of code and applications are getting thrown in because everybody's a developer now because of AI. So there's lots of security vulnerabilities. So there's too much work for Stan. Right, Stan?
Yeah.
This is what my son and I were. My son is Sanjay. Maybe I'll try to bring him here. He's an expert in AI. For the past 5 years, he's like become an authority in AI. And this is one of the things he was telling me, that like secure, because of the slop developers because when I tell him, hey Sanjay, like this AI is like, I become a 3x engineer. What I can do it in 3 days, it does it in 1 day. Like what it takes like a week, and sometimes it even does it in a day or half day, right? Then he was telling, okay, this means that the security people are going to have job security, because people like you, without looking at every single line of code and without you creating, you just download some software and you deploy it and you make it to run. But it is going to have lots of trash, insecurities, vulnerabilities, and it is going to be painful. So security people, next 10-15 years, they're going to have a good job, because they're going to use AI, agentic AI, and they're going to find bugs like whatever. If you find one security vulnerabilities in some developer who has coded, and if it is AI coded, they're going to find 10 security vulnerabilities, right? So Stan, you are good.
Yeah.
Only we are in trouble. Yeah. And manager's life also, I briefly touched upon the scary story of managers. The thing is, because because of this AI, right, the developers are going to be better developers, and the manager's job was to coordinate, right? Now that middle layer is going to vanish only, or instead of 10 managers, company will only have 2 managers, because the AVP or the director level people know what needs to be done, and they are going to give it to the, I mean, Earlier, they will hand it over to the program manager. They will hand it over to the project manager, and project manager will hand it over to the team of like technical experts. Now, that middle layer of project manager might not even be needed because the AI is going to summarize the vision of the director or the AVP level people, and the developers are going to develop it and implement it using AI. So, what is the point of? And an AI agent can be a best project manager in the whole world, like better than a human, right? It is going to like look into this project and the requirements and the expectations and the dates and the skills of the developers, everything. It will match and say, okay, hey, assign this ticket to this guy and this thing, and then it will test and validate everything it is going to do. So you need technical people to actually do stuff, and you need senior management to set the direction. So this middle layer of managers and program managers, they are in trouble, but they can also leverage this AI to make this project better and optimal, quicker coordination. And they can ask this AI, hey, what are the risks you see? Am I on track? Or tell me, how can I automate? What should I do to improve, to finish this project on budget, on time, with the right people, and how to motivate my team people who are working hard. So all these questions this manager can ask, and then do this in addition to their own experience. See, this manager have come up with their own decade-long experience of managing teams and projects and all those things, but this AI is going to enhance them. So if there are 10 project managers, the 2 project managers who are piggybacking on AI to manage the projects better will have job. 8 other project managers, I'm sorry, they are under risk. Right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let us continue to learn. So the idea is every weekday, Monday to Friday, 6 to 8, at least 7:30 p.m. Let us all meet and continue our learning. Okay. That's
Okay,
all for
Jay,
today. Yeah.
I want to drop off for
Sure.
now. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for your time. Thank you all.
Pleasure.
Yeah.
Okay. Bye for now. See you all on
Bye.
Monday.
See ya. Have a nice weekend.
Thanks. Bye for now.
Thank you. Bye.
So, question for you now.
Yes, sir.